This is a really important question. Let's talk about how to get your rings secure in your ring sling. Hi, for those who don't know, I'm Sky. I'm the co-founder of Hope and Plum, a baby carrier company here on TikTok to answer all your questions about ring slings, stretchy wraps, and mid-eyes. This question is specifically about ring slings, so let's jump in. I've actually taken my doll out of the carrier because I'm just gonna go step by step on how you get your fabric through the rings and really just create the basic structure of the ring sling to put your baby into. So you can see I've got my ring sling fabric unthreaded. Here are the rings at my shoulder. I'm gonna pull this fabric, the end of the fabric, through the rings, and then you're going to bring them back down under the rings and through again. So this is the basic. So now you can see I've gone from having a long piece of fabric with rings on the end to having a piece of fabric with rings that have created a pocket. This is the basic formation, right, of your baby carrier. When you're using a ring sling. So you can see I've got the rings here. They're nice and secure. Now, how do you get them to stay secure? Here's the thing. Ring slings work when you put weight into the carrier, it locks the fabric in place in the rings. That's the whole function, right? So you can see here, I can pull the fabric through the rings when there's no weight in the carrier. Now, when I put weight into the carrier, I'm just gonna use my own body weight because my doll's not heavy enough. So I'm putting weight into the carrier and now I cannot pull the fabric through the rings anymore. That's because that's what creates the locking mechanism. When ring slings are safety tested, as all of ours are, what they do is they actually put a marking on the fabric. So they'll thread it through, put a mark here, right? And then they will bounce a weight that's about 110 pounds up and down, up and down. This is one of the tests. And they see how much of that fabric moves through the rings. So they just sit there and they go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And to pass, you have to not move a certain amount because the rings are locking down on that fabric. So when we're looking for a fabric, we're looking for something that's thin enough that will support you and your baby, but is also going to not do what we call slipping through the rings. So you can see here when I put weight in, these don't budge at all. This fabric is really great and locks into place really nicely. All of our fabrics do, but you can see here, that's the whole point. The weight of your baby is creating the lock that keeps them safe. And then when you want to, if you want to adjust, let's say they're in the carrier, what you do is I usually lift their bum, release that weight, release that lock, and then you can adjust through the rings again. And you want to make sure that you keep the fabric as spread out as possible in the rings because that's going to prevent overlap, which can cause slipping. But you can see here, again, fabric is now locked again since the weight was put down into that pocket. So yeah, I hope that's helpful and feel free to drop any other questions below.